Hello, everyone, and welcome to our video presentation of Stage of Development, ages 6 to 11. My name is Kiara, and and we will also have our next presenters, Michael, Delcy, Gemma, Liz, Irvin, and Sandra. So we will be talking about our client today. Her name is Amy. She's an 11-year-old female in the sixth grade, and she's also within the Latinx community. She's a first generation American and is currently living in SF. So a little bit of background of our client is that she currently lives with her single mother and two brothers. Her father was deported due to criminal activity and alcoholism. Her mother is working long hours and struggling financially. She is also managing her diabetes, and some of these challenges do pose limited supervision at home, and the family is becoming increasingly assimilated, which is um, causing some like concerns, especially within her nutrition. You know, due to the poverty, she's not eating nutritious foods. She's eating frequently fried foods, processed foods.
And Amy, she's influenced by a wide network of stakeholders, and these roles are best understood through Prof and Brenner's ecological model and attachment and trauma-informed theories. Her primary microsystem stakeholders include her mother, who faces financial strain, diabetes, and limited time, as well as her two other older brothers, teachers, peers, and school-based mental health staff. All of these individuals directly shape Amy's emotional regulation, behavior, and academic engagement. In the mesosystem, it includes the home school, the relationship between home and school, and access to certain supports such as CalFresh, WIC, after school care, and community clinics. And these all help stabilize the family and reduce parental stress. And lastly, in the exosystem and the macrosystem, both Amy and her mom and brothers, they're impacted by the immigration policies that influenced her father's deportation. They also encounter um, relationships with the Catholic community, cultural traditions, and assimilation pressures. And also, they're impacted by the school district policies, which shape equity and support. As far as developmental considerations, Amy is in Erickson's industry versus inferiority stage, and she's beginning to form a more complex self concept, making stability and consistent caregiving especially important. And also, um, trauma and chronic stress risks moving her into survival brain. So these supportive relationships that were discussed on the previous slide help maintain learning brain for her and will help her thrive in her environment. And lastly, identity formation influenced by culture, community, and school context. Some favorable outcomes, as we can get her the supports that she needs. Emotional and behavioral includes improved emotional regulation and sense of safety, secure attachments, and less acting out, and also reduced depressive symptoms. Favorable academic outcomes include greater engagement and focus, benefiting from IEP and behavioral supports, and stronger peer relationships. And lastly, favorable family outcomes include lower caregiver stress and improved routines, nutrition, and emotional availability. As far as the long-term positive trajectory includes prevention of identity confusion. We want to, keep an eye on conduct issues and chronic distress. We want consistent therapeutic support and culturally affirming experiences. We'd like stronger school-family collaboration. We'd like more opportunities for creativity, joy, and play. And lastly, we'd like the overall resilience and well-being across environments to increase.
Some of the potential unfavorable outcomes for Amy, based on her developmental stage and environment, are disrupted developmental transition, her struggle with self-esteem and emotional distress, such as sadness, irritability, and anxiety. Because of these challenges, she can also have behavior conduct problems. She can also, um, at her age, belonging and peer relationship are extremely important. So high sensitivity to comparison can make her feel left out. So combined with cultural loss or limited support at home, she's a higher risk for identity confusion, family stress, financial instability, limited parental availability can also create a strained relationship within the household. Additionally, poor nutrition can negatively impact her physical health, putting her at risk for fatigue and even diabetes or anemia. All of these factors together can contribute to low academic performance, including declining grades and more disciplinary issues at school. These outcomes can reinforce each other and affect her long-term development.
The types of advocacy or support that Amy needs in order to achieve more favorable outcomes. When looking into Amy's developmental stages, she requires comprehensive support that addresses her emotional, academic, environmental needs. For strong academic and advocacy, along with therapeutic support, we were looking into Erickson's psychological theory, where we recommend Amy's strong academic advocacy, that being school counseling, tutoring, behavior support plans, and teacher advocacy, in order to help Amy build a sense of industry and flourish academically. Amy could also benefit from therapeutic support such as group therapy, school based mental health programs, and individual counseling. All could help Amy develop security. We use Bronfenbrenner's ecological systems theory. Um, Looking into her microsystem, we recommend Amy needs consistent supportive relationships like counseling, after school programs, and possible mentors to secure her and strengthen her microsystems. With her mesosystem, school and home, Amy could improve. It could be improved with communication between her mother and the school in order to collaborate and address her behavioral and academic struggles. Amy's exosystem level, we recommend advocating for community resources like rental support, food assistance, health services in order to reduce stress to Amy and her family. And lastly, her macrosystem level, some support systems that could strengthen Amy's ethnic identity and sense of belonging are Latinx group youth services, language affirming spaces, and culturally supportive programs that can all benefit Amy's developmental growth.
Amy's main problems, which is what brought her to us in the first place. Amy is an 11-year-old girl, Latina, in the sixth grade. The school referred her to us because of her behavior. Her behavior has gotten a lot worse over time. She's been acting up in class, getting into trouble, having difficulty paying attention, and being sent to the office for talking back or having emotional outbursts. Amy's mom reports that she's been spending more time alone and seems sad lately, which could be an early sign of depression. Her mother works long hours. The family is having financial difficulty, and they lost a lot of support when her father was deported. Because of this, Amy doesn't get a lot of one-on-one time or supervision, and it often feels like her older brothers receive more attention than she does. all of these stressors are affecting how she behaves and how she performs in school. That's why she is being connected with us so we can figure out what is driving their behavior and what type of support and care she needs moving forward.
Developmental theories and stages of development that apply to Amy. Some of these are Bronfenbrenner's ecological system theory. And Amy is strongly influenced by the stress she experiences due to her microsystems. Not a lot of adult supervision, financial hardships, food insecurity, and emotional impact due to her father being deported. Erickson's industry versus inferiority theory. Amy has a decline in her academic performance and indulges in attention-seeking behaviors. Bowlby's theory. Amy could have attachment issues. She also engages in attention-seeking behaviors to get attention and reassurance from peers. And also, person in environment lens. Amy's behaviors and emotions come together in relation to her stressors, nutrition problems, culture, and many more other factors.
And this concludes our presentation. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you so much for listening and let us know your thoughts.